I've been around for you, been up and down for you, but I can't get any relief. Hmm. I make you laugh and you make me cry. I believe it's time for stocks to fly. Yeah. Yes, I do. I believe it's time for stocks to fly. But very difficult to buy on the way down. But that's what I've been working on today. Back from the Caribbean. San Juan, Puerto Rico, Turks and Caicos Islands. Oh, what a great time. Had a beautiful time with my sweet lady friend and am back here looking at this. Oh, you're only now $92,924 today. So that's a swift kick in the old cookie bag. But I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close. I got to update the spreadsheet. I did a handful of things while I was, gone. When lady wasn't looking, I just get out the old phone and beep, boop, boop, press a couple buttons here and there. And then this morning, and I made a huge mistake because I didn't update my charts or measure any of the fibs before driving her over to the orthodontist. She's been working on some Invisaligns for like 6 months on teeth that were already straight. One slightly out of groove that I guess it's bothered her whole adult life. So if she wants to do that, then that's perfectly fine with me. So as I was waiting, just like I had a gut feeling. Maybe you shouldn't always go with your gut, Bart. That's true, but it just felt like the S&P was bottoming, so I went for it. You're going to laugh at me. First of all, before we get to that falling knife, all of this action that went on before I left, I ended up taking this isn't the exact number. I'll update all of this for you, but I ended up taking a $30,000 bath on these aggressive positions, got stopped out of all of them. So minus 30K on that particular trade after a red hot start to the swing trading year. Took a 30K bath on that. And then I did take 50,000 cash out of the account. I've got it. I haven't spent any of it yet, but I'm probably buying some physical silver today and likely some more baseball cards. So that's what went on. So I've now taken 100 grand out of the account in 2025. I spent all of the first $50,000 tranche on silver and a little bit of gold and some baseball cards. So I'll be doing that again and definitely deploying some cash in silver today. And I'll show you why. It doesn't mean I'm right because I'm probably not, but I'm going to try. What do I have on the options board? We'll get to the SPY positions I took today, but on the options board, I did just today double my position on these call options. I have 20 contracts now that I've purchased, currently down $1,000. But I think uranium is bottoming. I think silver is bottoming. I think gold is bottoming. Bitcoin getting close to bottoming, I believe. And same with what else do I have? So here's excuse me, here's my two long positions today that I added. I forgot about this one. Laughter through tears, and then I did add back into a TLT position that is underwater right now, but today is up 1.15%, percent, but I think I'm in like maybe the 91.63. Let's see exactly. Ooh, 91.68 is my average on those 1,000 shares so I'm currently down 545 on that position. What else was new on here? Oh yeah, I did add in 2 minor position, gold and silver mining companies. And I did also take a position in NUG-T, which is 3 times on gold and silver miners. And I did book just under a $4,000 profit while I was on the ship. So again, I'll add all of that to the spreadsheet to get me and you up to date on the goings on. But this is what went on with SPY today while I was waiting for lady in her orthodontist appointment, and a mistake because I should have looked at the charts and it would have told me we had plenty more room to go down, and that's exactly what I've experienced. So I bought 1,000. No, that's not 1,000. Those should be hundreds. Sorry, I'll change that. These are 100 share tranches. Yeah, I wasn't buying 560,000 shares at a time, or $1,000 worth of shares at a time. So 100 at 565.19, 100 shares at 564.90, 100 shares at 564.75, and so on and so forth, all the way downtown. What is that? Obviously filled this out in a hurry. Prior to the video, another 100 shares at 561.24. And finally, another 100. And I think I'm done buying. It's a pretty big position. I think it's over a $300,000 position. Oh, look at that. AGQ tried to make a lower low in a day. I thought we were bottoming. I'll show you the chart that I'm looking at multiple times since I got back from the orthodontist and the gym. So that's our average, 563.44 on SPY, and it's currently trading at what? 559.51. So still leaking out. Position is down 23.10 on the day, 23.28 on the day. And that's our position, 563.44. Is that the same number? Yeah. So that is what's gone on today. And then I do have to add that other 2 times bull ETF that I took on the S&P 500 as well, which is SPXL. Is that a 2 times or 3 times? 3 times. So yeah. So far, so bad on those. The charts look a little bit something like this. Hit it. So I think we're in the box of support on silver. This is silver spot. Not looking for it to breach this. And I think our next move will be the third wave of the third wave. How's that sound? Third wave of the third wave. So I think we got a lot of action still yet ahead of us in 20 and the 25 on silver. Here's the futures. We put this line in prior. We were expecting it to go down here. That's exactly what it did. It went down a little lower. And we had talked about this together. I was looking for it to be bouncing on this red line, and it did a couple of times before it did breach through, but it didn't hold it, which is nice. And then look at that action here. Still not expecting it to even get down here. Let's see if we roll through there. I don't even think it's getting down to that trend line before we turn around, hopefully in the next day or two, maybe even before the day's over today in silver. Gold, we did break through the trend line, the lower end of the upper trend line, which then tells me that this is now the warning sign. I do not think we're going to get back down to this number anytime soon, but that's what I'll be watching, this white line. Let's make it a red line just to stick out for our own viewing pleasure. GLD, where are we at? I still would say this chart is spot on. Let's just move it over. Let's move it over right here. I still think it's spot on. But it is meandering sideways. But this is what I'll be expecting. If we get back into here, then I would say the danger sign would be to take out this lower low. We could put a line in there if we want. Put a line in there. Where are we at? Over here. Horizontal line. Let's put it right through there. I don't think we're going to even challenge that before we turn back up, but the market is feeling very interesting lately, hasn't it? GDX, I did sell my GDX short. Let's take a look at it to see how much I lost on that. I did take it on the chin because I just felt, I think, what day would it be? No, it would have been over here. I think it was on that Monday on the 3rd. I went ahead and sold it. It just felt like it was bottoming right there, and it did exactly bottom. Doesn't mean I was right, because look, it's trying to challenge it again. But I did sell to close that GDX short position and took it on the chin for I don't know how much the total loss was. Let's look. Okay, that's where I sold it. I'll have to do the math. So I collected the 1650, but I paid whatever more than that. I lost like I want to say 1250 on that. So I'll update that. Had a handful of losers in a row, but that's what you'll have to deal with if you're going to try to mess around with Mr. and Mrs. Market. Bitcoin just not doing very well right now. And we're currently not even oversold on the RSI, but that's not a good sign right there. I would imagine I would be like, if I'm just looking at this chart, I would say we got a double bottom right there. But again, I'm just going to put it in for our viewing pleasure, and then I'll go back to it. But I think a double bottom would be where I would expect a bounce right here. I would expect a bounce, but if it keeps crashing through there, then all bets are off on Bitcoin. I'll take a closer look because this might be a spot to go long on a short-term trade on Bitcoin, because all my trades right now, aside from silver and gold, are going to be short-term. And I think, hey, we're trying to make a little comeback. I think this is what it looks like here on SPY. I put up SPY because that's what I'm trading. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think we're bottoming. I think we are bottoming in the SPY. Same thing with NASDAQ. I would imagine that this is going to be a bottom. I think we're in the bottom. We'll give it I'll have to measure it out. I'm sure there's still more room in there, but I think that'd be a 5 on the bottom as well. Yeah, wait, get rid of that. Go in here. That's how I would look at it, but don't rely on any of this information, as you know, at this point in watching this channel. And this is what I think I was just off by a degree on the movement here. I think that's the 3. I think the 4 is in. Whoa, that's not you. Move this here. I think the 4 is in, but it's been, it continues to be extremely challenging. In fact, that's out now. But I'll update this and then we'll get into that 5, which should probably take us to 98. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it on the TLT. Yeah. And then uranium. Oh boy. It did candle into my warning line, but it didn't hold it for more than a minute or so. And now we got at least the start of a green candle. I think we're double bottoming on the uranium as well. Boy. Okay. Sorry, talking to myself. Okay. So that's that. That is the look. Have a good look at me now. Let's go back to the. I'm going to look at SPY again. Sorry. Come on now. Again, we're not going lower than 555. That is for sure. Do you see the scared look on my face? I'm just telling myself that, just fired myself up. That's what I'm looking at. Hope you had a wonderful week last week. I didn't miss you, and I'm sure you were not missing me at all since I was gone away, but I'm back in your life now. Good, bad, and ugly. And the trades have been ugly lately. Looking for some goodness, and you're stuck with this ugly. So thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video and this channel with a lovable friend, and I'll catch you back here tomorrow.